Thank you for clicking on the link. Today, Sara will be giving a brief overview of our software and its key features. At the end of the video, if you're interested in a full in-person demo, we'd be happy to arrange that for you. If you're ready to move forward with using our software, head over to our website to start your free trial or visit us on Instagram. We look forward to helping you streamline your shop and save time and money. Now on to Sara.
Hi there, my name is Sara, and I will be giving you a demo of the Keep the Fees full shop management system. This is the Manage Shop section of our program. Here you can upload your shop's logo, or you can send it to us and we can take care of it for you. One of the features I love the most about our system is once somebody books an appointment, fills out a form, or does anything like that, instead of landing at like a thank you page, it's going to route, or you can choose where to route it back to. I prefer to send it back to the shop's Instagram. That way, if they're not already following you, you can gain an organic follower. Our system is set up to be completely paperless. However, you can turn on credit card receipts here. This is a section where you can add sales tax where appropriate. The tip presets go off of the gross amount, so this will add back in any deposits already given and then calculate these totals. As a disclaimer, is fully customizable. You can create whatever you'd like. And here is where you can set your minimum age for services. This is the shop business hours section, and each artist is going to have their own profile with their own individual hours. These are the custom notifications that can be set up for all of the one-way correspondence from our system to your customers. We cover appointments booked, appointments canceled, updated appointments, 24 and 72-hour reminders, appointment requests accepted, and consent forms sent. We do have some standard messaging in here. However, you can fully customize this to make it whatever suits your business needs. These are some of the integrations that we have. We have a Google Calendar sync where you can sync at the shop or at the artist level. And that is a two-way sync. It does move back and forth from your personal to your work calendar. And here, if you're running any Google Analytics, you can embed your Google Analytics script into your appointment booking forms right here. This is the artist section. Each artist within the company gets their own profile within our system. You can choose a thumbnail photo, set them up either commission, hourly, or booth rental. You also have different permissions for different account types. If you'd like to give your management or your front desk different access than your artists, my team can work through that with you. It's also as easy as clicking a button to be able to toggle on and off the access for your artist to the system. Here, you can also set up their email and telephone number. They will get notifications on their personal devices. This is not shared publicly when someone books an appointment with them. Here, you can enter in a little bio, also internal notes. If tattoo licenses are required in your specific state, you can enter that in here with the expiration date. 1 month before this expires, if it ever is going to, you'll get a notification to the main email on file letting you know that this will be expiring soon. Your artist can choose on the color wheel for which colors they'd like to be on the calendar. This section I refer to as our virtual file cabinet. You have the ability to enter in as much or as little information as you'd like, as nothing is required in this section. For those that require an artist signature to meet guidelines of your health department, we've added the ability for you to add in those artist signatures so that you can be compliant with your rules and regulations by your health department. Under the commission settings part, this is where you can set people up either under an hourly rate, or you can give everything by the piece and give those pieces specific prices. You also can set up any booth rental amounts, and if you'd like to split your deposit with your artist, you can put in the percentage you'd like to share with them here. You'll notice that only the tattoo services are checked off here for me. In this demo environment, I only do tattoos, so piercings and permanent makeup are not checked off for me. You'll notice that my rate of commission is 50%, and I require these certain deposits on these services. This is all fully customizable, and our team can help you get this all set up. This is the independent artist schedule, where you can set up your own individual hours separate from the shop hours, and then also indicate what days and times you may need off in the future. Whether it's holidays, doctor's appointments, or just vacations, you're able to put that time off here. This section is your services. Each one of them gets a title, gets a price. You can set a specific price to it, or you can have it grab the artist's hourly rate, and it'll multiply it by the duration of the service that you'll set below. Would you like it to require a consent form? Would you like your guests to be able to book it online? And does this specific item need sales tax? Here is a description of the service. Here is the ability to change the time block size. In addition to that, you can also set the duration up to 12 hours. And here is the buffer that you can create between your services to give yourself and or your artists a break between their sessions. We can help you customize, or if you already have a form, to fill out for your customers that would like to come in for a tattoo. So think of this as a pre-consult form. Here is an example of one that I created for a customer. Where are you located? What type of style are you looking for? What part of your body would you like the tattoo? Do you have a preferred artist? Do you have a budget in mind? Is it a rework or a cover-up? And please add some photos of the reference image. So we can fully customize these for you based off of whatever needs that either the shop or the artist may have. These also will have their own individual links to them, so you can add these to your social media or to iframe on your website. These are also going to come into one main inbox, and then you can assign from there which of your artists you would like to take on this project. How to book or schedule an appointment. First off, on the calendar here, we have many different views. This is the month view, This is the week view. And then this is the day view. Through the week view, you can group these by artist. If you'd like to see what your entire team has going on for the week, you can select this and adjust the group size as appropriate. On the bottom left here, you'll find the color guide. Within this, it will show you who's got what going on by color for the week. Now, as far as booking appointments goes, we have many different ways that we can do so. The first way is we have this appointment link. This booking link you are able to add to your social media or to your website via iframe. And from there, you can allow your guests to request appointments with this specific artist. Everything on this form will be branded specifically for your business, and it gives your guests the ability to go on, fill this out, request the artist, as well as the service they would like to receive. We also have what I refer to as service links, where let's say you're chatting with a customer on Instagram or Facebook, and we know exactly what service they need to be booked for. You'll have the ability right here to select from the different services that are offered and now send a service link to this customer. Same exact form as before, but this one is going to have the artist as well as the service hard-coded in, so that can't be changed. We also have the ability to manually book an appointment by typing in the below information. Client name, phone number, email, service, date, time, artist. Our duration is going to get adjusted by the service once you do select that. And here is for any notes. The fourth and final way we have to book appointments is to use a request form. So these forms are fully customizable based off of any questions you'd like to know in advance before you speak to a customer about getting them booked for an appointment. These all come into the centralized main section on the main shop account, and you can go through there and select which of your artists you'd like to take on the project that's been requested below. These also live within the client profile, so you can go back in and reference any of these notes prior to that guest service. Here we are with just some examples. You can also have it upload any reference images or placement on the specific body. Now that we've booked an appointment, the next screen that pops up is the deposit disclaimer. From here, your deposit disclaimer is your refund and cancellation policy and will be fully customizable for you. We've got a bunch of different options and ways that you can collect this deposit. First one is sending an invoice. Texting this to your customer gives them the ability to pay that invoice themselves with their own credit card information. Here we have the ability to manually key in the credit card. We also have Pay on Terminal. So we'll provide you with a terminal that works for tap, swipe, insert, Apple Pay, Google Pay, watches, and cell phones. And as long as it's on the same Wi-Fi as whatever device you're using, it will wirelessly communicate with our terminal. Now we can manually log a deposit, which is where you would list off cash, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, gift card, or other. For demo purposes, I'll list this off as cash. Once a customer completes a consent form, it will live within two spots within our system. The first one is under this completed consent form section. These are searchable by customer name, phone number, and email address. You also can sort these by different form names or a specific date range. And if it is required in your state to have that artist license number, we can also add that to your forms if you'd like. To show the other section on where you can find those consent forms, it would be under the client profile. So under this client profile, we are able to go in here and see a bunch of different information. So this will show how much this client has spent with us. If they've tipped on a credit card, we do not keep track of cash tips. How many total appointments they've had, when was their first one, and when was their next one. Here will be any and all consent forms this customer has ever completed, all of the appointments that they've previously had, and you also can go into this transaction section to be able to do any refunds that are necessary or to see if there were previous discounts applied last time. Also see which artist provided those services and who checked them out. The documents section is going to be a clear copy of that driver's license separate from that consent form. And we also have added a few fun features into the customer profile section. You can add in a nickname if your customer chooses to go by that. We also have the ability for you to manually enter in the client's ID expiration date. The system will give you a notification if that ID on file is expired. Also, we've created these separate flags or tags: no-show, bad tipper, good tipper, VIP, blacklist, and bad hygiene. We've also created an internal note section for you. So maybe you and the customer bonded over your love of Star Wars. You can indicate that in here to reference it on their next visit. This is how you would check a guest out after their service. So you'd come into the system and you'd click on checkout and then proceed to checkout. This notification is just saying that I don't have a credit card terminal hooked up to it, as I am using this as a demo account. Here is where you can see favorite items. So you can add any aftercare that you like to sell or any merch to incentivize your team to push those items. Here will indicate the deposit that's already been paid, as well as the customer that you're checking out. Over to the right will show your total card price as well as the cash price. Our program is known as dual pricing, where we add the credit card processing fee on all credit and debit card transactions. If your customer would like to avoid those, they can pay with cash. Here is just a shortcut to show how easy it is to add on those items that are favorites. You also can choose to pay multiple people commission or have the ability to pay multiple people commission as needed on these checks. So I have it built in here that Sad Chuck will receive a small piece of commission for selling this Tattoo Lovers Care salve to incentivize my team to keep up sales. sales. Here, I can go to proceed to checkout, and now we'll have multiple different checkout options. You can remove sales tax if needed. Here, we can do pay on terminal. This will work for Apple Pay, Google Pay, watches, and cell phones. Also tap, swipe, and insert. Manually key in the credit card right here. You also have the ability to do cash and card, or send an invoice. This feature and function is great for those that travel to conventions. This way you can take credit card payments on the road and be able to keep all of that data within the same sales system. You also have the ability to log another payment type where we can do card, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, gift card, and other. For demo purposes, I'll list this off as cash. The system will do all of the math for you. So out of 200, it'll tell me that my change due is 3113. And the system is automatically set up to send text message receipts to the customer's phone number on file. If you need to update that phone number to send a receipt elsewhere, you can do so at this point. In addition to it sending the receipt via text message, it's also going to send the aftercare instructions that are specific for the services that this guest had done, and that can be customized as well. This section is the artist payouts. You can filter by artist, or you can run a report for a specific date range. I'll just pull up from the 1st to the 10th just to give you a bit of data to look at. And what this will do is it will break down every single person that should be paid commission and or check someone out. And if they need to be paid commission, will be listed on this report. You can also click send to artist, and this will email to the artist the breakdown of all of these transactions so that they know exactly how much they're being paid. And it does break it down by price, then by commission, add in any credit card tips, and then total it out. You can sort these by payment type. So let's say you want to pay your artist cash on a daily basis and are just interested in finding the payments for card, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, gift card, or other. You can absolutely sort this down to find that data. If you click Export CSV, this will pull the reports and give you access to add these into any accounting systems that you may use, like a QuickBooks. Recent transactions is some of the reporting that we offer within the system. This data is searchable by customer name, transaction ID, line item, and artist name. You can select whatever date range you would like to search for, and this is not something your artist would have access to. We can restrict permissions and create custom roles for everyone. We have this cash draw feature and function here where you can add on an additional cash draw if you'd like to purchase one. And then here, this will give you the ability to track all of your cash. So if you're giving change to customers, it will help you with your bank drops to ensure that you have the right amount of cash at the end of the day. We have this detailed statistics report, which will give you the ability to filter by artist or any specific date range. This report pulls a year's worth of statistics kind of out of the box, but you can adjust these dates and create whatever reports you need. This will show you your gross profit, your shop profit, and what you've paid out to artists. This will also here have the different services that were provided during that time period and the quantity, what products were sold and the quantity, as well as which artists received and earned what income, and then the tips that were received as well. You can access your sales tax reports and product sales reports from here. If you need an additional report, please feel free to reach out to the team as we can customize any reports that you may need. This is our product categories section. You can create different categories for the products that you offer. I've created aftercare, apparel, piercing jewelry, and numbing cream. From there, you can either upload or send us your list of existing inventory if you have that digitally. If not, it's really easy to create these. Each one gets a title, a retail, and a wholesale price. The rest of the information is entirely optional, so you can fill in as much or as little as you'd like. The most important feature here is the low stock alert. So if you put in your current stock and low stock alert, once you hit this, as well as counting down until 0, it will email the main account on file all of the details of the specific item so that you can reorder with ease. You can add different favorites. So on your checkout page, these will appear at the bottom to remind your artist to add some aftercare to increase the volume of their sale. This is our coupons and discounts section. You are able to split the commission between the artist as well as the shop. Also can do just the shop or just the artist. And we could do that as a percentage or a flat dollar amount. And discounts are able to be provided by line item. So each singularity item that you offer and or service can have its own unique discount. This is our forms section. There's a specific tab over here on the left side that you can access all of the different forms. So from here, this is how you can access the QR codes for the consent forms. Again, you can put the link in your social media or embed these into your website as well via iframe. My team will take on building out all of these consent forms for you, so please don't stress. The request forms is how you can create custom information from your customers about their upcoming appointment or ideas for an upcoming appointment. The aftercare we can set up based off of the specific service. So if you have separate aftercare for piercings and tattoos and would like to send 2 different aftercares, we absolutely can help you out with that. All you'll do is go ahead and send us the aftercare and we'll build that into the system for you. In addition to that, once you've created all of your services, you'll go through the dropdown and select which of those services coincide with which aftercare form. Up here on the right-hand side is our Help Center. This has all different help articles, including step-by-step instructions on how to build out the entire POS system. Please bear in mind that consent forms, contact forms, client databases, services, and many other things my team can take on for you. You'll send all of that information to onboarding at keepthefees.com, and we'll be in communication with you to build out all of your custom needs. In addition to that, we have down here the live chat. So this gives you access to our entire company, everyone from the developers to onboarding to management, as well as customer service. And it will save any previous conversations you've had. So if you need to go back in and reference, you can at this point. That is a very fast overview of the Keep the Fees system. Thank you so much for your time today.